Why I say we know? Because something that sometimes policymakers tell us is, bring me the data. We don't have enough research. So, and that's, and say, wait a minute. We have decades of research. Don't ask me for more data. We need to change what is happening in the classroom. We need to change education practice. When are we going to do that? Instead of waiting for more data. So here's the research. So we definitely know from research the experiences of young bilinguals across social-cultural contexts that they participate are unique. We have been trying, and again, here with my colleagues, my esteemed colleagues here, and just trying to help. I will tell you also some researchers, as well as policymakers and practitioners and school administrators, that we need to think about these children in the cultural experiences that they have in the social cultural environments, and that one size doesn't fit all when we're talking about learning, and therefore teaching cannot use the same strategies with a monolingual child than with a bilingual child. So what works, and this is something that also has been found in research, what works for monolingual children in the classroom also works for bilingual children, but it's not enough. So I'm just having here a bilingual development one-on-one summary. It's not enough. That's also supported by research, right? So these children need strategies, instruction that it will look different for them. It's not add-on, and this is another idea. I'm just talking to you because I don't know what's in, the slides are a reference. But what I'm thinking as well, talking about what we know, is that, and I lost my thought, but it will come back. Let's go back to here then. The bilingualism, this is another idea that I think is very important. Bilingualism affects all domains of development, not only language. That's another thought that we need to communicate to our educators, right? Young children have the capacity to learn more than one language. It doesn't confuse them, especially in thinking about children who are bilingual and may have, challenges or language disorder or language disabilities or any type of developmental disability. Sometimes what happens with the professionals that support them in special education, early intervention programs, speech pathologists sometimes, what happens is that they will tell the family, if your child cannot handle one language well, it will not be able to handle two languages. So this child has a developmental disability, let's move them into English only. So what research tells us? No, that's not the case. And if we go back to thinking about the social-emotional domain of development, just a child that needs the support of the family, if you take away the language that they will use, thinking is particularly those households where the parents are not English speakers or native English speakers, they need to be close to their child. If you take away the child's first language, they're not going to be able to talk to each other. How are they going to be supporting their kid? But those are not things that professionals think when they're making these recommendations, right? Bilingualism definitely is not. There's so much research about the benefits of bilingualism, for God's sake. I'm sorry. Delete that from the recording. I get impatient with these things, but there is so much, right? We still have, and listen to teachers, go to classrooms and listen to teachers talking about the children are going to be confused. And And this gives me the opportunity to talk about parents as well. The families. The families have this fear because they want their kids to succeed in school. And they also make decisions. There is a line of research on family language policies that also is good for us to explore. Families make decisions about the languages that they want to use in the home. And sometimes the decision is, let's move all of us into English because we want our children to be successful in this country and have opportunities. So they go against themselves because this is a fact. And we have many families that, again, what happens, they cannot talk, have conversations with their kids, but the parents sacrifice their connection with their kids in order for their children to be successful in this country. And that is so painful. And again, we already have talked about the damage that can have in someone's mental health, right? So we need to communicate this to the families as well. And definitely we know that, and we have a good example from Jordan about the strong language skills in the first language definitely facilitate the acquisition of a second language. And if you have 2 languages, you can add a third one or a fourth one, and there is no problem with that. You're enriching and acquiring more skills and more tools. So that's not an issue. And to the contrary, if you 5 minutes, 10 minutes, okay. Let me move quickly because I have a lot to share. Oh my God, in 10 minutes, we'll see. And definitely thinking about, there is all of this developmental argument, and we in the field of, we have for many years been thinking about just let's do the research, just to demonstrate develop the science of developmental science to support, what we're discussing today. But we also have this other argument that we tend not to talk about. Children have rights. Children have rights.